Okay, in this video, I thought it would be useful to do a sort of analysis video where I'm gonna watch this game that I got last night on stream. It's a 36 kill game on my part. I had a lot of big plays, I had a lot of mistakes. I thought that it would be useful to go back over and sort of do a VOD review where I'm going to, in real time, watch the video and stop and start the video and sort of just analyze what I'm doing good, but also what I was doing badly, where I was making mistakes, and just sort of go through my thought process as I went through the game and figure out how we could have done it better, and also highlight the good things so that maybe you guys can improve your gameplay as well. So, hopping right into it, got it pulled up on YouTube.
Dude, I have to pee dummy bad.
I'm trying to give you an intro.
Got some jokesters in the chat.
Dude, I'm not buying shit.
So,
I'm not buying shit.
right here, I'm gonna lower this audio. First thing I usually like to do is buy ghosts. Don't have to do that. I know a lot of people like ghosts. This isn't really an economic thing where I'm like trying to save. I could save more. It doesn't make a huge difference to me. A lot of people seem to like ghosts, so it seems to be a bit of the meta here to begin with. The one thing that I do note that I pick up is I do go throw some money down for the stim. Brimstone's stim pack is incredibly useful in this opening pistol round, because if you hang out near your team, like, see, I picked garage. I wanted a close range place where I wouldn't be taking pot shots across the map. I wanted to be close range. See right here, I immediately see somebody, and I have that stim on. I can't remember if I use it, but I got it so that maybe if I got into a fight and I've got boys with me, I can throw it down and peek these corners and have that slight advantage that my stim pack gives me with the faster firing rate to pick up the kills a little bit faster. It's just a small edge that I look for here. So I got a quick little peek there, took out the Cypher. And that was all we really had to do here. I didn't have to use the stim pack, it seems. But that's something to keep in mind if you're a Brimstone main. It never hurts to have one on your hand. Picked up the kill with a quick wall bang. Sacrificed my teammate.
Yeah, your boy was playing the flank down whole game.
Your boy was Wonderland. So that's one down. I really don't like running the second round with a Spectre or even a Bulldog. I can't get anything done with a Bulldog. I know that's just a personal thing, but I'll pretty much always save the second round too. I just grab full armor. In this round, I didn't even pick up extra smokes, but sometimes I'll pick up smokes or the molly, depending on where my economy's at, how many kills I got on the first round, especially if we won it. But I still just stick with the ghost just to save up, because I know even if we lose this game, I don't get any kills, I'll have enough to just go ahead and break out a Phantom or a Vandal in the next game. So at this point, like, I'm not worried if we eat this round if it goes 1-1. I'd much rather just have a better gun on the next game.
He's coming up mid. Left side. Save for 30. Sages.
See, there goes the stim, because I know that I'm going to get pushed.
Back of C.
I know there's people around on both sides. I know that Jet's pushing in. And I get double pushed. Not much I can do there, but you can see where my thought process was with the stim pack. Or stim beacon. Same pack. It's like a Call of Duty thing, I think. But yeah, stim beacon, throw it down. In that case, if that Jet wasn't there, I would have had an easy edge on the on that Sage walking around the corner. But unfortunately, I was just getting overwhelmed. So first thing to notice here is he doesn't quite clutch this Blackstorm XP, our Phoenix player. He was a random, not a part of my party. He didn't quite clutch that, but an easy thing to pick up right there that any seasoned or even intermediate player should be doing is his crosshair placement was atrocious. And this guy actually does a pretty good job throughout this game, but you know, for the sake of improving, I don't know that it would have saved him there on that gunfight with the Sage. He just kind of lost that one out, probably due to spray. But his crosshair placement looked like he was playing Battle Royale. He was looking at the ground. You never want to do that. Always keep your crosshair at head height like 90% of the time in a game like this. It can be hard. I don't always do it. I'm sure you'll see me not do it in this video, but just something to be thinking about. So pushing B here, I bought my Vandal this game. This is a push that I like to do and experiment with on this map Haven, where I just drop a smoke right down mid to keep them from doing any pushing or sniping, and then I drop a smoke right down on the right, just go ahead and burn it since I have a third one anyway, and then I peek around into garage and see if anyone's pushing through there. It's just kind of like an off angle that people don't always expect. It's a nice little peek, but no one was there, so we're just slowly rotating around to A where our boys have been going down. There's one in short.
One on window too.
Pick up the easy kill on Cypher. Can't remember if we clutched this one. Yeah, didn't quite get the jet there. And right there, the reason that I lost that gunfight was pretty much crosshair placement. Now, I was going upstairs, so it's a little bit harder to... You really have to pay a little more attention to the crosshair placement on the stairs. But as I was going up those stairs, if my crosshair had been just a little bit higher, I would have gotten the first hit. Or at least one of those hits would have probably been a headshot on the jet. And that would have been GG. It would have been 2v2, easy clap.
I heard somebody go...
So this game, next game, it's 1-2. I'm forced onto a Spectre. Not my favorite weapon, not my best weapon by any means. But I'm choosing to hold Garage because A, I think Brimstone handles this map and most maps really well in defense from a sort of mid angle because he can get his smokes down on pretty much any part of the map very quickly. He's not like relegated to one entire side and having to rotate really far if he wants to be of utility if like someone on his team gets into a fight on the other side. So that's my thought process here. Oh, and here, this is where I pick up a couple kills. They just weren't looking. That's a tough angle if you're breaking into Garage with no utility on the enemy's team's part. Breaking into Garage like that, I mean, yes, they swung sort of together, but they weren't close enough so that they could get the trade. They were just close enough to line up for me. And same thing happens there. I mean, I just won the gunfight out there. That's the benefit of having the SMG here, was that I wanted to hold Garage because if they pushed it, I knew that I would have that firing rate close-up advantage running the SMG. Like, otherwise, I might would have held B main. And there I picked up 4 kills there, caught everyone out looking, had to style on them real quick. But yeah, my thought process there is, you know, Garage is a great place for Brimstone to hold in general, but especially with an SMG. You want to hold on to your advantage. There was no reason for me to try and hold C long with an SMG. There's no real reason for me to try and hold A long with an SMG. The only other options that I think would have been particularly useful would have been to hang back around mid, but also maybe A short. I could hold up close on A short, but we had that covered. So Garage is one of my favorite places to hold as Brimstone. I like to hold mid just in general when I'm playing Brimstone on defense. This doesn't apply to offense always, but on defense specifically, like I said earlier, the ability to use his utility to pull it up on your little wrist iPad and drop things down across the map. If you stay near the middle of the map, you have the ability to look at A or B, or in this case, A or C very quickly. And so if your teammates do get in trouble and you want to help them out before you can get there, you can drop smokes or your ult very nicely. So here we pick up 1 kill. Not quite able to get around. That's just a situation where couldn't really, there wasn't much to do there. Just did my part, got the 1 kill. Had no idea how many people were on point. Probably should have waited for my team to, if I really wanted to look at that deeply, probably should have waited for my team to pinch so that we could have all done that together, which in that case, I would have probably been able to pick up 1 kill while our team pinched, and I wouldn't have been in a 1v3 situation. So that was an off angle for sure.
Yeah, I did not think he would be there.
That's something to think about when you're rotating to where teams are, to where a team is pushing. You hear that things are going down. Like in that case, I heard things were going down at A. Instead of letting my whole team rotate or taking it slow and getting kind of an idea of what was going on, I probably could have easily gone over to Heaven, got an idea of what was going on, and picked one off from a safe distance. I also could have gotten that information, gotten the pick or not, and waited for my team to rotate around knowing that they were all stacked over there, and then we could have done it together. It was really just on my part. Yes, in my head, I was thinking, okay, I got a kill, you know, we traded out, I'm helping the team. But it would have been much more helpful for me to pick up the 1 kill and live rather than throw myself into the 1v3 situation. So, but here our economy's back. Picked up the Vandal, going back to Garage. Just gonna look for a quick tap through the Garage doors. This is pretty common hold. Didn't use any of my utility here. Nothing really special going on there. I don't think I honestly had much of a game plan here.
No, they're A. They're A. At least 1 A.
We had that Omen teleport somewhere across the map, and it looks like it was over here at A. So if you look at the mini map, what's going on here? Phoenix is pushing up on that Omen. He picks him off, so it's a 4v4 now. I've got full utility here. Just sneaking up. And try and ult the point. Did it a little bit too late. I should have popped that out the second that I heard that they were planting. I heard the enemy was planting on A, and I dropped it too late. That's something you want to pay attention to. Be ready. I mean, when you know they're going to plant, you can pick up that kill while they're trying to plant. But this is a 3v4 situation. Chop down on the flash sage.
She's inside it.
So here we have 3 people pushing in on A. This is just going to be an easy 1v4 kill.
She's right there.
I didn't pick it up. That's an aim problem on my part. Wasn't when you're in that when you're in Viper's ult, it can be kind of hard to know what you're looking for. You're kind of just looking around. I had a vague idea where she might be, but everything is misty around. That was just poor crosshair placement on my part. Was kind of looking around from left to right, not sure what to look for. Also, kind of relaxed knowing it's a 1v4. I don't want to lose my gun, but I know that there's a very slim chance that the Viper pulls that out. So at this point, it's 3-3. It's going pretty decently. I picked up some kills. Let's see what happens here.
Oh god.
This time it looks like I'm going to hold mid again. Now, this will be similar to what I did, I think it was in like the second round, where I do that same smoke setup. Can't remember if I pick up a kill here.
The finale. One of them threw a can.
Now, the useful thing to note here is where I put my second smoke on the right here.
He's
I've got the ability to kind of peek this corner here, and also those boxes here. Now I waited till the smokes went away this time, and I'm just inching around. But this is really actually an unsafe play. I should have pushed up to the smokes and cleared that easily so that I could have more quickly rotated over here to see. Picked up the kill. She wasn't really paying attention. Not the best spray there, but at long range like that, that can be a tough spray.
Jeez, that was close.
Now, they knew that I was in garage, so I immediately went around for the flank, moving decisively so that I can hopefully get a new angle on them. They might know that I switched. They might know that I rotated around for the flank or have the idea, but they're still going to have at least one of their eyes pinned on that garage, because if I didn't, they're going to get screwed. So my thought process there was just to split up their lines of sight, make them still be stressed about what angles I could be coming from. And I picked up the kill on that jet there. She kind of panicked. She was looking around. She was thinking she's going to pull out her ult, but caught her out. Picked up the easy kill. Here we go. Faking it out on the Cypher here. Can't remember if I win this. Yep, got it. Not the best spray, but I got him on the fake, made him panic a little bit. He wasn't really sure where he was looking. I basically just won the rock, paper, scissors there. But so that I always pay attention to. Just picking up that fake, making him panic. When you're in a 1v1 or even a 1v2 situation, when you have to be the one to defuse the bomb, trying to induce panic in any way you can with using your utility, like throwing out some smokes or faking the bomb defusal, it's always useful.
Ready to get an ace.
Seriously, you're prepared for that?
I'm ready.
So here we are, 4-3 again. I'm running pretty much the same thing. However, oh, I missed an easy shot on that Omen there, honestly, because I didn't trust myself. It was one of those timing things where I had already just committed to pulling out. Now, I'm not going to peek there. I know that they've got one, possibly two people looking down on that. So I'm just going to try and create a little bit of confusion and back out of that situation. There's no reason for me to try and take that peek battle, especially from the left side. That was not the best spray there on that jet, but I pretty much just was able to outspray her. That's a recoil control thing. I should have started higher on my crosshairs and gone down slower. Owen just kind of faked me out there. Had no idea he was on top of me. Should have been a little bit more aware of my sound and surroundings there. But so the way that I handled B there was, you know, knowing that I've spotted two people coming up through B from the window and from the garage side. There was no reason for me to peek that and try and take the kill. Could I have maybe picked up a kill? Yes. But if I had gotten double teamed, I would have just thrown that for my team and would have screwed myself in utilities and possibly not picked up a kill. So it was smarter to just back away a little bit, let my team know where they are so they can start rotating, and it just buys me time. That was my thought process, at least. So we still pick up the round. I mean, I was the only one to go down, so I did my part. We're moving right on.
I was running that flank.
At this point, I'm just trying to full buy every chance I can get. 13 and 5. Things are going pretty well. I feel pretty confident in my ability to outgun a lot of the players on this team. So you might see a little bit more confident play coming out as we kind of gain the lead. We're starting to adapt to this team, kind of knowing what to expect.
I mean, I don't think she's that bad, but people get tilted. All these CS players are used to just shooting. I was in the trenches in Overwatch for too long. Can't tell me about overpowered. They're on A, by the way.
So here I've got that same smoke down. I didn't choose to smoke the window this time because honestly, they have not. This was a conscious decision where they have. I didn't really feel like I needed to waste one on window because they've only pushed window once. And I saw them do it last time, so I'm thinking they're probably not going to repeat themselves. So now instead of choosing to shoot out that laser, now I try to tell my friend here, Jukes, to jump over it. Didn't quite understand what I meant, and he's about to walk right through it. But something to pay attention to. When it's in a situation like that, don't just automatically shoot that tripwire. Like, obviously, choose to jump over it. Because you don't want them to hear that shot and know they're around here. Because this is where we're trying to look for the element of surprise. It's a 5v3. Popping my ult on exactly where I thought they were. Get one kill. Now it's an easy cleanup in the 5v2. Should be an easy cleanup. Now that was a panic shot right there. I actually think we don't clutch this. I can't remember. Nah, yeah. We clutched it, but it was a little bit too late. That was honestly my fault. If I had gotten that pick, we would have won that round easy. That was panic right there. I really have no excuse for that. I just sprayed left and right and just started erratically spraying instead of remaining calm and, you know, going through the drills that we always go over. It's kind of different in game. You know, that's just an experience thing. I just need to have more experience, not panic. In a situation like that where it was, I think, 3 or 4v1, I was also playing too confidently, in my opinion. Not to say that my overconfidence was the reason that I couldn't spray, but I definitely wasn't as tight as I should have been on that because it was, to me, it didn't feel like a tense situation. It was just like, oh, I know this Viper's here. I'm just going to jump out and spray her. Well, she'll get gunned down by the 3 of us. Unfortunately, that was not what happened. Our race should have just easily grabbed her after I did a little bit of damage to her. But for the sake of being safe and not having made any mistakes there, I should have just sprayed it better, taken it a little bit more seriously, paid attention. But so this round, I'm actually pretty poor. I just had to buy a sheriff. Picked up one of the kills on the Omen there. Honestly, I feel like I should have lost that fight. My deagle, or sheriff shooting, is not as tight as it should be. But, you know, I was never a McCree main in Overwatch. So I picked up his AWP, just going to look in. It's a 3v3 situation. This is a great weapon to have. Pick up the easy pick on the jet. I'm just going to leap in here, I believe. Pretty much acted as the bait for them to pick up. And they're going for the defuse. He got half of it, and he just... That's one of the situations where he doesn't know where to look. Probably should have been keeping his crosshair up a little bit higher and walking. But, you know, in a situation like that, our Raze is going to be panicking. He doesn't have much time. The timer's ticking down. That's exactly what the Viper wants. She wants the timer to tick down. You have no idea where she is, and you just got to be hunting, freaking out. It's no big deal, though. 5-5. Starting off the next round, I'm still 2 orbs away from ultimate. Going pretty good. Still feeling pretty confident. Even though it's a tied game, I was still feeling pretty confident in the 1v1 against a lot of these characters. So I decided not to go for any smokes here. Just let them think that maybe I'm not watching mid. It's kind of the idea here. Nothing's going through window. They haven't put anyone through window here, so I'm confident enough to take a step out. Keeping in mind what teams have been doing, this obviously, there's going to be a lot more unpredictability at higher levels of play, but in these public games, these teams do get very predictable. If you're not stuffing them while they're doing one thing, they get very predictable. So that molly just sucked. I was really hoping it would bounce off. Didn't pick up the kill on Omen. That was a spray problem there. Just need to spend more time in the practice range. But throw my spin beacon down just to give me that extra edge. It's a perfect time to use it. They line up for me, but I can't quite pick up the second kill. And they picked up the res, so that's a big yikes. There were a few things I could have done better there. First being that molly. I was trying to kind of bounce it off the wall and maybe hit whoever was planting the bomb. Force them to move and jump right out into my line of sight. Didn't quite work out. Otherwise, I think I was just moving while I was shooting. If I recall, on one of those picks. I didn't quite get the pick early. The first time that I fired, I probably should have grabbed a pick, but there were so many people on the site that I panicked a bit and ended up throwing away what probably could have been a quick pop, but you do.
They like pushing A. I'm gonna grab a shotgun just to hold here.
So here I am just broke as hell, it seems, because I picked up a shotty. Did I pick up a shot? Okay, yeah. I think that was I think I picked up the shorty right off the bat because I was trying to save, but the last second I think I was like, okay, my whole team's buying. I'm gonna have to buy a Spectre, but economy's not looking too great, so I'm forced onto a gun that I'm not totally in love with. But I'm playing A short intentionally, specifically because I want to be at that SMG range. I don't want to get caught out in the long range of C, A long, or even B mid.
There's another one. Oh. 2C. I think they're planting C.
So I waited just an extra second there to see if they tried to fake out or go A. They might have had a lurker going around. Normally I would rotate pretty quick to C, but I'm still thinking they could have some people lurking. There's still time on the bomb. Now you can see we're closing in. I've got one right with me, so I felt comfortable to pull out my little iPad there and throw it on an ult, try and zone some people out, figure out where people are. So I know that no one's around that corner now, or they shouldn't have been. I pulled out my shorty and just saved our raise there with that one pick. But SMG versus op, not much to be done there. We just got that Sage just clutched that out. Really tough to deal with an opper that knows exactly where you are if they are worth their salt. So okay, that's going to be it for part 1 of this video. We've finished the first half on defense. Part 2 is going to be coming tomorrow, and we'll be taking care of the attack portion of this map. So I'll see you guys in the next video.